Question 1. Claims handling process. When investigating a claim for property damage after severe storm, which of the following is the most appropriate first step for an adjuster? A. Immediately contact the insurance company to initiate a settlement offer. B. Conduct a thorough site visit to assess the extent of the damage. C. Collect witness statements from neighbors to support the claim. D. Review the policy for coverage limits before inspecting the property. Answer. B. Conduct a thorough site visit to assess the extent of the damage. Explanation. In the claims handling process, the initial site visit is critical for the adjuster to evaluate the extent of the damage directly. According to the Maine Insurance Code and best practices, a proper assessment allows the adjuster to collect first-hand evidence and understand the conditions leading to the loss. Option is incorrect because a settlement offer cannot be made without assessing the damages thoroughly. Option C, while valuable, should occur after the site visit to gather evidence pertinent to the damages observed. Option D, although reviewing the policy is important, it should be done concurrently with or after the site visit to contextualize the coverage related to the damages identified. Question 2. Insurance policy analysis. Which statement accurately reflects the purpose of the declarations page in an insurance policy? A. Outlines the specific coverage exclusions applicable to the policyholder. B. It serves as a summary of the policy's coverage limits, deductibles, and insured parties. C. It provides detailed claims procedures the policyholder must follow in the event of a loss. D. It includes all the endorsements that modify the coverage provided by the main policy. Answer. B. It serves as a summary of the policy's coverage limits, deductibles, and insured parties. Explanation. The declarations page is a crucial part of an insurance policy, providing a summary that includes essential information such as the insured parties, coverage limits, deductibles, and the policy period. This page serves as a quick reference for both the policyholder and the adjuster. Option is incorrect because exclusions are typically detailed in the policy's main body rather than the declarations page. Option C pertains to claims handling procedures, which are found in a different section of the policy. Option D refers to endorsements which modify the policy but are not summarized on the declarations page. Question 3. Scenario-based question. Mr. Thompson, a homeowner, experienced significant water damage to his basement due to a broken pipe. He has an insurance policy that includes coverage for water damage, but it explicitly excludes damages resulting from maintenance issues. During the claims process, Mr. Thompson mentions that he was aware of a slow leak that he failed to address prior to the incident. What should the adjuster consider in evaluating this claim? A. The adjuster should deny the claim immediately as Mr. Thompson admitted to knowing about the leak. B. The adjuster should investigate whether the damage was primarily due to the broken pipe or the maintenance issue. C. The adjuster should recommend that Mr. Thompson repair the leak first before proceeding with the claim. D. The adjuster should inform Mr. Thompson that his claim will be honored regardless of the leak admission. Answer. B. The adjuster should investigate whether the damage was primarily due to the broken pipe or the maintenance issue. Explanation. In this scenario, the adjuster must evaluate the cause of the damage to determine whether it falls under the coverage provided by Mr. Thompson's policy. Maine's insurance code emphasizes the need for a thorough investigation to establish the facts surrounding the claim. If the adjuster finds that the broken pipe was the primary cause of the damage, the claim may still be valid despite the leak. Option is premature and claims cannot be denied solely based on the policyholder's admission without a full investigation. Option C is not appropriate since the adjuster should not require repairs before evaluating the claim. Option D is incorrect as it contradicts the policy's exclusions. A claims cannot be honored if the loss is explicitly excluded due to prior maintenance neglect. Question 4. Investigative techniques. During an investigation of a fire loss claim, which of the following is the most effective method for collecting evidence? A. Conducting interviews with the insured before gathering physical evidence. B. Collecting photographs and videos of the fire scene after it has been cleared. C. Securing expert testimony from fire investigators after assessing the scene. D. Taking notes on the insured's previous claims history before visiting the site. Answer. C. Securing expert testimony from fire investigators after assessing the scene. Explanation. In fire loss claims, the evidence collected must be thorough and often requires expert analysis. To determine the cause and origin of the fire, securing expert testimony is crucial because fire investigators can provide insights that may not be apparent to an adjuster, such as identifying potential sources of ignition and evaluating whether the fire's cause is consistent with the insured's statements. Option is not effective as interviews should follow physical evidence collection to avoid influencing witness statements. Option B is incorrect because photographs and videos should be taken before the scene is cleared to document evidence accurately. Option D, while useful for context, should not precede direct evidence gathering at the site. Question 5. Loss evaluation techniques. In assessing a business interruption claim, which of the following factors is least relevant for determining the loss of income? A. The length of time the business was closed due to the loss. B. The fixed and variable costs incurred during the closure period. C. The sales figures from the previous year compared to the current year. D. The inventory levels of goods available for sale at the time of the loss. Answer: D. The inventory levels of goods available for sale at the time of the loss. Explanation: when evaluating a business interruption claim, the focus is primarily on lost income, expenses incurred during the closure, and the duration of the closure. Inventory levels, while relevant for other types of claims, do not directly impact the income loss calculation. Option is crucial as it determines the duration of the income loss. Option B is also relevant because understanding costs helps assess the overall financial impact on the business during the interruption. Option C is significant for comparing income trends to establish baseline earnings and projected losses. Question 6. Fundamental concepts. Which of the following statements about public adjusters is correct? A. Public adjusters are employed by the insurance company to handle claims on their behalf. B. Public adjusters work for the insured and represent their interests in negotiating claims. C. Public adjusters can only work on claims involving property damage, not personal injury. D. Public adjusters do not require a license to operate in the state of Maine. Answer: B. Public adjusters work for the insured and represent their interests in negotiating claims. Explanation: public adjusters are independent professionals who advocate for the policyholder, ensuring they receive a fair settlement from the insurance company. They analyze the claim, assess damages, and negotiate with insurers on behalf of the insured. Option is incorrect as that describes staff adjusters who work for insurance companies. Option C is misleading. Public adjusters can handle various types of claims, including personal injury, depending on the scope of their practice. Option D is false. Public adjusters in Maine must be licensed and adhere to specific regulatory requirements. Question 7. Insurance regulations and compliance. According to Maine's insurance regulations, what is the maximum time frame allowed for an insurance company to acknowledge receipt of a claim? A. 5 days. B. 10 days. C. 15 days. D. 30 days. Answer: B. 10 days. Explanation: Maine law requires insurance companies to acknowledge receipt of a claim within 10 days. This regulation is in place to ensure timely communication with policyholders and to promote fair claims handling practices. The Maine Insurance Code emphasizes the importance of this acknowledgement as part of maintaining transparency and accountability in the claims process. Options A, C, and D are incorrect as they do not reflect the actual legal requirements specified in the state's insurance regulations. Timely acknowledgement helps in managing expectations for the policyholder and establishes a framework for further communication regarding the claim. Question 8. Critical thinking and problem solving. A policyholder contacts the adjuster to discuss a claim for a theft loss. During the conversation, the policyholder mentions that they had not reported prior theft incidents to the police. What should the adjuster do next? A. Immediately deny the claim due to lack of police reports for prior incidents. B. Proceed with the investigation while considering the policyholder's history. C. Request that the policyholder file a police report for all past incidents before investigating. D. Inform the policyholder that previous incidents will automatically disqualify the current claim. Answer: B. Proceed with the investigation while considering the policyholder's history. Explanation: the adjuster should continue the investigation to assess the current theft claim while taking into account the policyholder's statements regarding past incidents. Each claim must be evaluated on its own merits, and while past thefts could raise questions about the policyholder's practices or potential issues with coverage, they do not automatically invalidate the current claim. Option is incorrect because denying the claim based on prior incidents without proper investigation is not justifiable. Option C would not be appropriate. The adjuster should not require additional police reports as a precondition for proceeding with the current claim. Option D is also inaccurate as previous incidents do not directly disqualify the current claim unless they pertain to policy exclusions. Question 9. Negotiation skills. During a negotiation with a policyholder regarding a claim settlement, which approach is most effective for the adjuster to achieve a fair resolution? A. Sticking rigidly to the initial offer without considering the policyholder's concerns. B. Listening actively to the policyholder's needs and adjusting the offer accordingly. C. Using aggressive tactics to pressure the policyholder into accepting the first offer. D. Avoiding discussion of the policy's coverage limits to expedite the negotiation. Answer: B. Listening actively to the policyholder's needs and adjusting the offer accordingly. Explanation: effective negotiation requires the adjuster to actively listen to the policyholder's concerns and needs, allowing for a more collaborative approach to reaching a resolution. By understanding the policyholder's perspective, the adjuster can negotiate a settlement that reflects the true value of the claim and maintains a positive relationship with the insured. Option A is ineffective as it may alienate the policyholder and lead to dissatisfaction. Option C is not advisable. Aggressive tactics can harm the insurer's reputation and may not yield a fair outcome. Option D is counterproductive. Understanding the policy limits is essential for a transparent negotiation process and helps set realistic expectations for the policyholder. Question 10. Specific areas of focus. In the context of adjusting claims in natural disasters, which factor is most crucial for an adjuster to consider? A. The historical frequency of similar disasters in the region. B. The policyholder's previous claim history for unrelated incidents. C. The involvement of multiple insurance carriers for the same loss. D. The immediate community response and support available to the policyholder. Answer A. The historical frequency of similar disasters in the region. Explanation: understanding the historical frequency of natural disasters in a given region is essential for an adjuster. This knowledge helps in evaluating potential risk factors, understanding community preparedness, and assessing the scale of losses that may occur as a result of the disaster. It also assists in determining the impact on the insured and the potential for widespread claims, which could affect claim processing and settlements. Option B is irrelevant as prior claims do not directly inform the adjuster's approach to current claims related to natural disasters. Option C can complicate claims, but is not the primary concern when assessing the impact of a natural disaster. Option D, while relevant for overall community support, does not directly influence the technical assessment of the claim itself. Question 11. Claims handling process. When handling a personal injury claim, which of the following is the best practice for collecting medical records? A. Requesting all medical records from the insured's previous unrelated injuries. B. Collecting only the medical records that the insured provides without verification. C. Obtaining the specific medical records relevant to the injury from the healthcare provider. D. Assuming the medical records are complete based on the insured's statements. Answer: C. Obtaining the specific medical records relevant to the injury from the healthcare provider. Explanation: in personal injury claims, it is crucial to obtain specific medical records directly related to the current claim to accurately assess the injuries sustained and the associated medical expenses. This includes verifying the relevance and completeness of the information provided. Option is incorrect because collecting unrelated medical records can lead to unnecessary complications and is not relevant to the current claim. Option B fails to ensure that the adjuster has complete and accurate information, as relying solely on the insured's records without verification may overlook essential details. Option D is misleading, assuming the completeness of medical records without proper investigation could result in overlooking necessary information for the claim evaluation. Question 12. Insurance policy analysis. In analyzing a property insurance policy, which of the following sections outlines what is covered in the event of a loss? A. The exclusions section. B. The declarations page. C. The insuring agreement. D. The endorsements section. Answer: C. The insuring agreement. Explanation: the insuring agreement section of a property insurance policy specifies the coverage provided for losses, detailing what risks the insurer will cover. It is fundamental for understanding the scope of the insurance contract. Option A is incorrect as the exclusions section specifies what is not covered, thus limiting the coverage rather than defining it. Option B, the declarations page provides important information such as the policyholder's name, policy number, and coverage limits, but does not detail the coverage itself. Option D, the endorsements section may modify or add coverage but is not the primary source of coverage information. Question 13, legal and ethical responsibilities. An adjuster receives a call from a policyholder who is anxious about the status of their claim. The adjuster has not yet completed the review. What is the most appropriate action for the adjuster to take? A. Provide a specific timeline for when the claim will be settled. B. Assure the policyholder that the claim is under review and will be processed in due time. C. Recommend the policyholder seek legal advice if they feel dissatisfied. D. Inform the policyholder that the adjuster is busy and cannot provide updates at the moment. Answer: B. Assure the policyholder that the claim is under review and will be processed in due time. Explanation: it is vital for adjusters to maintain open communication and transparency with policyholders regarding the status of their claims. Assuring the policyholder that their claim is being reviewed is an ethical obligation that fosters trust and reassurance. Option is inappropriate as it would be misleading. The adjuster should not commit to a timeline they cannot guarantee. Option C could be perceived as dismissive and is not the adjuster's role. Option D is unprofessional. An adjuster should always be willing to communicate with the policyholder, even if updates are limited. Question 14. Loss evaluation techniques. When estimating the cost of repairs for property damage, what is the most critical factor to consider? A. The sentimental value of the damaged property. B. The current market value of the property before the loss. C. The estimated cost of materials and labor required for repairs. D. The potential depreciation of the property over time. Answer: C. The estimated cost of materials and labor required for repairs. Explanation: the primary consideration in estimating repair costs is the actual expenses associated with repairing the damage, which includes both materials and labor. This allows for an accurate assessment of what it will take to restore the property to its pre-loss condition. Option is not relevant in the context of insurance claims, as sentimental value is subjective and not considered in the monetary assessment. Option B is also misleading. While the market value is important, it does not directly influence repair costs. Option D may affect overall value but is not the main focus when estimating repair expenses. Question 15. Technology and adjusting. Which technology is most beneficial for adjusters in the field when assessing claims? A. Desktop computers for detailed report writing. B. Drones for aerial assessments of large properties. C. Traditional cameras for photographing evidence. D. Fax machines for submitting claims documents. Answer: B. Drones for aerial assessments of large properties. Explanation: drones are increasingly used in claims adjusting as they provide high-resolution aerial imagery that can help assess large or difficult-to-reach properties quickly and efficiently. This technology enhances the adjuster's ability to gather evidence and evaluate damages from different angles. Option is not practical for field assessments as desktop computers are not portable. Option C, while useful, does not offer the comprehensive perspective that drones can provide. Option D is that outdated and modern communication methods such as email or secure online submissions are preferred. Question 16. Claims handling process. Which of the following is the correct sequence of steps in the claims handling process? A. Claim submission, site visit. Claim settlement, denial of claim. B. Initial investigation, document collection. Claim settlement, final review. C. Claim submission, initial investigation, document collection. Claim settlement. D. Site visit. Claim denial, claim settlement, initial investigation. Answer: C. Claim submission, initial investigation, document collection, claim settlement. Explanation: the claims handling process typically follows a logical progression, starting with the claim submission, followed by an initial investigation, collection of relevant documents, and finally reaching a settlement. This sequence ensures that all necessary information is gathered before a decision is made. Option A correctly includes denial of claim as a final step without completing the investigation or settlement processes. Option B is close but fails to outline the initial claim submission step. Option D presents a sequence that does not accurately reflect the logical flow of handling a claim. Question 17. Specific areas of focus. In the context of catastrophic loss claims, what is one major challenge adjusters face? A. Ensuring policyholders are satisfied with their settlements. B. Coordinating the response among multiple insurance companies. C. Accurately assessing the damages due to the extent of destruction. D. Communicating with policyholders who are in distress. Answer: C. Accurately assessing the damages due to the extent of destruction. Explanation: in catastrophic events, the scale of damage can be overwhelming, making it challenging for adjusters to assess losses accurately. The widespread destruction often results in increased complexity in evaluating claims and determining appropriate settlements. Option is important but secondary to the logistical and assessment challenges faced in catastrophic claims. Option B is relevant but not the primary challenge. Coordinating among insurers is an operational issue rather than a direct assessment concern. Option D, while significant, is a common concern in all claims and not exclusive to catastrophic losses. Question 18. Negotiation skills. In a negotiation with a policyholder regarding a disputed claim amount, which strategy should the adjuster use to maximize the chances of a successful resolution? A. Use aggressive language to assert authority over the claim. B. Present a detailed rationale for the offer and encourage dialogue. C. Focus solely on the policy limits to justify the offer. D. Avoid discussing the claim's details to expedite the process. Answer. B. Present a detailed rationale for the offer and encourage dialogue. Explanation. Engaging in open dialogue and providing a clear explanation for the offer fosters a cooperative environment that can lead to a more satisfactory resolution for both parties. This approach demonstrates transparency and encourages trust. Option A is ineffective as aggressive language may alienate the policyholder and hinder communication. Option C, while relevant, does not address the nuances of the claim, and simply focusing on policy limits may lead to dissatisfaction. Option D undermines the negotiation process. Discussing details is crucial for reaching a mutual understanding. Question 19. Insurance regulations and compliance. Which of the following actions is considered a violation of Maine's insurance regulations for adjusters? A. Failing to disclose a conflict of interest in a claim. B. Reporting the findings of an investigation accurately. C. Following the company's procedures for claims handling. D. Keeping comprehensive notes of all communication with policyholders. Answer A. Failing to disclose a conflict of interest in a claim. Explanation. Adjusters have a legal and ethical obligation to disclose any potential conflicts of interest that could influence their judgment in handling a claim. Failure to do so is a violation of Maine's insurance regulations and undermines the integrity of the claims process. Options B, C, and D are all examples of compliant behavior and are essential practices in the claims handling process. Accurate reporting, adherence to procedures, and maintaining communication records help ensure transparency and proper management of claims. Question 20. Critical thinking and problem solving. A homeowner, Mrs. Clark, files a claim for water damage due to a broken pipe. During the investigation, the adjuster discovers that the pipe had been previously repaired by an unlicensed contractor. What should the adjuster consider when making their assessment? A. Deny the claim outright because of the unlicensed repair. B. Investigate whether the repair was performed correctly and caused the damage. C. Notify the homeowner that their claim is denied due to the unlicensed contractor. D. Assume that all previous repairs were inadequate and reject the claim. Answer. B. Investigate whether the repair was performed correctly and caused the damage. Explanation. The adjuster should assess whether the prior repair was done correctly and if it directly contributed to the current damage. Just because a contractor is unlicensed does not automatically imply that the work was poor or that the damage is not covered under the policy. Option is too rigid and does not take into account the specifics of the claim, and an unlicensed contractor alone does not justify an outright denial. Option C is premature. The adjuster must first conduct a thorough investigation before making a decision. Option D assumes inadequacy without evidence, which is not a fair assessment of the situation. Question 21. Legal and ethical responsibilities. An adjuster, Mr. Thompson, discovers that a claimant, Mr. Smith, has a history of filing multiple claims in the past year. What ethical considerations should Mr. Thompson keep in mind when processing Mr. Smith's current claim? A. Immediately flag the claim as fraudulent based solely on past behavior. B. Conduct a thorough investigation and evaluate the current claim based on its merits. C. Inform the insurer of Mr. Smith's history and recommend denying the claim. D. Avoid any further contact with Mr. Smith to prevent any potential bias. Answer. B. Conduct a thorough investigation and evaluate the current claim based on its merits. Explanation. While Mr. Smith's past claims history may raise red flags, the adjuster must remain impartial and evaluate each claim individually based on the current evidence and circumstances. Relying solely on past claims without adequate investigation, as suggested in options and C, violates ethical standards. Option D is not appropriate either, as effective communication is essential for claims processing. Question 22. Investigative techniques. During the investigation of a fire claim, an adjuster collects several witness statements. One witness provides a detailed account that conflicts with the initial police report. What should the adjuster do next? A. Dismiss the witness's statement as unreliable. B. Verify the witness's account with other evidence or witnesses. C. Report the discrepancy to the insurance company immediately. D. Accept the police report as the final authority and proceed with the claim. Answer: B. Verify the witness's account with other evidence or witnesses. Explanation: conflicting accounts necessitate further investigation. The adjuster should seek corroborating evidence or additional witness statements to determine the credibility of the conflicting information. Option: A dismisses valuable information without investigation, while option C may be premature without verifying the details. Option D overlooks the importance of thorough investigation and relies solely on the police report. Question 23. Insurance policy analysis. What is the primary purpose of the declarations page in an insurance policy? A. To list all exclusions and endorsements that apply to the policy. B. To provide a summary of coverage limits, premiums, and insured parties. C. To outline the claims handling procedures in detail. D. To specify the legal rights and responsibilities of the insurer only. Answer: B. To provide a summary of coverage limits, premiums, and insured parties. Explanation: The declarations page is crucial as it summarizes essential information about the policy, including coverage limits, premium amounts, and the insured parties. Options and C refer to sections of the policy but do not accurately represent the function of the declarations page. Option D inaccurately suggests that it outlines only the insurer's rights, ignoring the insured's rights. Question 24. Claims handling process. A claim has been filed for a loss that occurred during a severe storm. The adjuster discovers that the insured had not maintained the property properly, leading to greater damage. What should the adjuster consider in this situation? A. Deny the claim due to lack of maintenance. B. Assess the proportion of damage attributable to poor maintenance in the storm. C. Inform the insured that maintenance issues void their coverage. D. Process the claim without regard for maintenance issues. Answer: B. Assess the proportion of damage attributable to poor maintenance in the storm. Explanation: Adjusters must consider how much of the damage was due to the storm versus any neglect by the insured. A complete denial, option A, may not be justified if the storm contributed significantly to the damage. Option C is incorrect because not all maintenance issues automatically void coverage, and option D fails to acknowledge that the insured's actions may impact the claim settlement. Question 25. Loss evaluation techniques. An adjuster is evaluating a claim for business interruption due to fire damage. Which factor is most crucial to assess when determining the loss of income? A. The insured's previous year's profits. B. The nature of the business and the market conditions during the claim period. C. The insured's total assets prior to the fire. D. The location of the business and its proximity to competitors. Answer: B. The nature of the business and the market conditions during the claim period. Explanation: The specifics of the business and prevailing market conditions are critical in accurately determining the loss of income, as they directly affect the business's ability to generate revenue during the interruption. Option: It provides only historical data, while option C does not directly relate to income loss assessment. Option D, while relevant, does not provide a comprehensive view of the factors affecting income loss. Question 26. Technology in adjusting. Which of the following technologies has had the most significant impact on the efficiency of claims processing for adjusters? A. Manual claim filing systems. B. Cloud-based claims management software. C. Traditional desktop applications. D. Paper-based documentation. Answer: B. Cloud-based claims management software. Explanation: Cloud-based systems facilitate easier access to documents, improve collaboration, and streamline the claims process, enhancing efficiency. Options A, C, and D represent outdated methods that hinder productivity and increase the potential for errors. Question 27. Insurance regulations and compliance. Under Maine law, what is the minimum continuing education requirement for licensed adjusters every 2 years? A. 8 hours of ethics training only. B. 16 hours with 3 hours dedicated to ethics. C. 20 hours with no specific ethics requirement. D. 10 hours with half dedicated to specialty areas. Answer: B. 16 hours with 3 hours dedicated to ethics. Explanation: Maine law mandates that Adjusters complete 16 hours of continuing education every 2 years, including at least 3 hours focusing on ethics. Option A does not meet the total hour requirement. Option C exceeds it without proper ethics training, and option D incorrectly specifies the distribution of hours. Question 28. Negotiation skills. During settlement negotiations, an adjuster realizes that the claimant is under significant emotional distress due to their loss. How should the adjuster approach the negotiation? A. Maintain a strict, business-like demeanor to ensure professionalism. B. Acknowledge the claimant's feelings and demonstrate empathy while negotiating. C. Focus solely on the financial aspects of the claim to expedite the process. D. Suggest that the claimant should have anticipated the loss and be prepared for it. Answer. B. Acknowledge the claimant's feelings and demonstrate empathy while negotiating. Explanation. Effective negotiation in claims handling involves understanding the emotional state of the claimant. Acknowledging feelings helps build rapport and trust, facilitating a more productive discussion. Option A may create barriers, while option C neglects the importance of emotional support in the process. Option D could exacerbate the claimant's distress and damage the relationship. Question 29. Claims handling process scenario. MS. Adams submits a claim for theft of person or property from her home. During the initial investigation, the adjuster uncovers inconsistencies in her statement regarding the timing and details of the theft. What should the adjuster do next? A. Immediately deny the claim based on the inconsistencies. B. Conduct further investigation to clarify the inconsistencies before making a decision. C. Inform MS Adams that her claim is likely to be denied due to the inconsistencies. D. Accept the claim as submitted, assuming no further investigation is needed. Answer. B. Conduct further investigation to clarify the inconsistencies before making a decision. Explanation. The adjuster must conduct a thorough investigation to understand the inconsistencies in the claim before making a final decision. Denying the claim outright, option A, is premature and could be unjustified if further clarification reveals legitimate reasons for the discrepancies. Option C is similarly premature, and option D ignores the need for due diligence. Question 30. Industry best practices. What is one of the key components of the Code of Ethics for adjusters? A. Prioritizing the interests of the insurer over the insured. B. Maintaining confidentiality regarding the details of claims. C. Focusing solely on maximizing claim payouts for clients. D. Accepting gifts from claimants to expedite claims processing. Answer. B. Maintaining confidentiality regarding the details of claims. Explanation. Confidentiality is a fundamental aspect of the Code of Ethics, ensuring that sensitive information about claims and claimants is protected. Option A contradicts ethical standards, while option C misrepresents the adjuster's role, which should focus on fair assessments. Option D is unethical and violates the principle of integrity in claims processing.